Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night. We have a very special delight for you. Artie Foxx, Cave Gang in the house. Tonight's gonna be dope. I see a lot of wonderful poets in the room with us. Nothing but love. So yeah, man, tonight's gonna be fun. We got a good lineup going. I'll go ahead and post a list in a second, but I don't really like asking you guys to come spill your soul through poetry if I don't do it first. How could I do that, right? That wouldn't be very fair. So I haven't really written anything. I've been pretty busy. I've lost my voice. I've been working hard trying to get this new spot set up for, my wife and I, and for the community, and for my new employers. Um, and so I'm gonna read something old, but pretty soon, you've seen the valley I was sitting in. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have a lot of beautiful poetry for y'all, because I could just sit out there and write all night long, man. It's amazing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start off with this poem. Oh, I had it pulled up. It's called if I can find it again, geez. It's called C7C. And this was kind of a shout out from the universe, man. Like, I went to write a poem. I'm like, I can't think of anything to write. So I had the phone sitting on my lap, and it was in the title of the document. And I kind of got distracted, and I'm like, oh, I got to write. And I picked up the phone, and the title was C7C. And if you look at the lowercase c, a 7, and a C, it almost looks like a face upside down. It's like two weird looking eyeballs with a nose, right? The C7. So I'm like, that's the universe peeking in saying, like, I challenge you to write anything, right? So this is what just came to mind, right? I'm gonna try to keep this basic. Let's face it, karma is a mosaic of ever-changing faces. Misdirection and blind spots never seem to erase this. In reflection, my thoughts, forever unseen due to displacement, were never lost. We're all surrounded by this encasement, confounded by the idea of no ideas, or matter, for that matter. Minds shatter, shudder, and flutter off at the thought of no thoughts. Thoth taught us that our minds are the universe, one song, in harmony with all. Underneath it all, I still find ways to forget this. Silly me, trying to feel uplifted. Really, I see the only gifts that are given are those chosen by a mystical rose frozen in time. Cynical at times. My mind wandering, wondering why this umbilical cord was never severed from it all. Underneath it all, oh, I lost my spot there for a second. Sorry, y'all. Was never okay. This umbilical cord was never severed from it all. Infinite energy swirling swiftly around me lifts my feet from the ground with ease, teaching me to believe, seeping into the seams of my being. It's so freeing, leaving nothing but hopes and dreams, weaving in and out of my conscious scope of reality, a time traveler of mentality, thinking up rhymes, tossing signs in the air, hiding in the science of actuality. Remarkably, I still strive to stay alive, but why? I ask again and again and one last time, why? Why you? Who is who if we are one? If all is none and everything resides in nothing, then something must decide that anything can happen. Wait, I said I was gonna keep this basic, so I'm just gonna say it. Not a single mind can convey it. I challenge you to portray it. Peace. Thank y'all. Welcome to the show. Sorry that my voice is gone. It's been a crazy couple weeks, but God willing, everything's gonna settle down soon and get back to normal. Actually, better than normal. I see a lot of wonderful poets here. I'm excited for tonight's show. Starting us off tonight, we've got my brother, Paul Skiff. Paul, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I would greatly appreciate it, brother.
Okay, greetings, everybody. May peace be with you. May you be in excellent health and spirits as I am today. Let's see if I can get a poem up on the screen. Uh, this is kind of a pastoral thing. Slow glory simmer materializes with riverside afternoon. Multitudinous shifting crowd of glimmers, pale white sky stains, liquid undulating back of river, silent heaves of aquatic sparkles flickering, dust of the sun. Through slight haze, opposite shore is lesser skyscrapers coalesced to one long faded gray curtain of silhouettes underlined by single commuter boat that slides upriver without sound. Through haze, pale white sun warms my face, but persistent adversity, a bracing gratification, insistent up from the wider harbor, cool. Indolent breeze chills elbow and knuckles. Unseen inside cell phone conversation, distant person is carried along the river walkway. Their invisibility absorbs loud words mouthed into phone where shouts disappear, collapsing both places into third location between here and there, an airless place without motion, moment robbing. From overhead, spilled by out white sky by feral chance, tiny three-petaled flower drops onto page, catastrophic beauty erect between miniature flower petals juts a minuscule gray-blue prong with velvet texture. Nature's lewd appearance astounding microphallus. Tiny flowers shadow on the page, puny silhouette of infinite ripeness, a stature so fragile provokes rhetorical squint to balance belief on improbable sight. Soundless as thought, around my feet, infant sparrow hops, exploring sandy gravel, the wild bird power of creating silence, tickling city with immunity indecipherable. Sparrow dance performs pantomime in my muted, startled witness, fragile, savage pageant of hectic movement between my feet. Sparrows trust an irreverent, mad child clown clothed by invulnerable innocence. A harried workaholic jogs by, conducting business with cell phone clipped to belt and earphones transmitting microwaves into his head, his footfalls unpurposeful, perfunctory appointment with the cement walkway blur his now. A young woman arrives on the river path. She bolts 2 steps in one direction, then another, pursued by hypervigilance, the right decision concealed in her mind animates her body robotically. A camera dangles from strap around her neck, the telescoping lens larger than her head, counterbalance to hesitant, indecisive volition, the naked confusion on display publicly exposes rationality as elusive, fragile, perhaps just a lucky guess. From unseen source, musky aroma of burnt cannabis infiltrates, then subsides, dense perfume worn by an altered consciousness somewhere. Close by, a person's perceptions are heightened from moments ago, the seeking of non-normal consciousness and enhanced experience is anonymous, indolent, aromatic encouragement for me to sit in the riverside sun a while longer. I need the hazy sun to drowse me and even out tones of skin on my aged face. True, I have sought the riverside here in late afternoon, for how reliably ordinary these commonplace incidents are, grand, unmovable geologic permanence of the city riverscape, the random components of pedestrian normality in relationships that display fragmented dynamics and dependencies whose precursors and consequences are uninteresting, blunt as routine formality of a jogger's destinationless footfalls looming over and collecting it all. The eternal waiting of the monumental city. It is now 6 o'clock. Thick surge of after-work joggers, elbow to elbow, clots the river path, their swift pace frenetic, their etiquette rude, inconsiderate, as though they had not finished commuting home from jobs. Now flooding with its own bad manners, the city has washed away the calm, lazy afternoon. Sclerotic pathology of the urban crowd upon the pathway, twitchy stream of hyped up, tense bodies like an avenue packed with rude, anxious traffic. You can feel their silent, internal, neurotic grumblings. The job is acting out parasitic drama inside those joggers now. I am glad they do not have horns to beep. And so it is. Quiet, placid afternoon curdles, souring the riverside park, now not a place for my lazy mood to prosper in. But serenity has never been difficult for me to discover.
Yo,
Thanks.
Paul. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for the Jedi Master himself, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
And remember, Paul, you have an open invitation too to come visit us in BC whenever. So get your passport together, pack a bag of clothes, and come hang out with us up here, man. We would love to give you a big old hug, brother. All right. Um, on deck, we've got Nemo Sum, who is gracious enough to he's gonna step up and host after the feature, but I gotta be here for Artie's feature, right? So I'm gonna hang out definitely for the feature, maybe a little later depending on the time, right? But yeah, stepping up to the plate now. We've got JaNiaya on fire. If you could unmute and bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
Peace and blessings. This is a prompt from Artie's room he hosts on Clubhouse on Mondays, and it's called "I'll Be Lost Without dot dot dot." Didn't think this pain without my grandparents. I'll be lost without you, and knowing that it's gonna be alright. This will always be a different type of pain that I'm draining from me. The love that my grandparents gave me, I will never forget or lose that. Forever have that a part of me everywhere I go. I'm still hurt that I had to be that time for you to go and have me lost without you. That's a part of my happiness that is gone and won't come back. In reality, the loss without my grandparents made me love my only grandma more. I'll be lost without you and broken more into pieces. I'll suffer more than now. If anything happened to my only grandma, forever will remember to read Matthew 6, chapter 9 through 13, that you had taught me that will forever be a route. That's when I started a family. My angel, keep watching over me. Papa, I will always be JJ and think of you while drinking black coffee. And that's that piece.
That was beautiful. You got a second piece for us too?
This is called learning to let go. Learning to let go. I can't let you affect my life with what you did to me. My healing is the main thing that I'm holding myself together. A good old cry will help these motivation days ease to leave with a peace of mind. And the life that I'm going through, learning to let go that my grandma is proud of me in heaven, smiling down on me through hard days and good days. Forever got to know that she didn't leave me for a bad thing, that the main thing about learning to let go for a better life in me and my craft itself. I know that I'm doing an amazing job, but there's times where I wish my grandma could be here with me in the journey and always helping me to learn and to let go for myself. The feeling of my life has not been what I thought it would be. Having me thinking, should I worry about that I probably would never heal, tasting the real pain from what I know you didn't mean for this to happen, and causing my life to be blue trauma. See that I'm tired of fighting while trying to learn to let go of my pain and learn to heal in the manner of God Himself. Seeing the color purple suffer that I know I wasn't given, it just came upon me. Anything that I'm going through, God didn't bless this upon my life. Hearing that green is the color that resembles healing, I absolutely want all the green positive vibes my way. Nothing more where I wish that me wearing white would give me the safety I want within myself. And that's that piece.
Yo, somebody get a bucket of water. Cause JaNiaya, you on fire. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for JaNiaya.
That was good work, JaNiaya. Good work.
Definitely. And thanks Artie too for doing what you do and inspiring that first piece, doing writing prompts and stuff, man. This is, to be able to inspire someone to write something that deep must feel good inside. Knowing that you're connected people with someone like, her grandparents who she loved very dearly and be able to express that. But yeah. Um, on deck, we got Artie Fox's feature. But stepping up to the plate next, we got Nemo Sum, who just recently featured here on Open Minds too, multiple times. I think, uh, according to the late great Gustav, we need to feature this guy. And he'll be taking over hosting the second half of tonight's show. So, yeah, Nemo, thank you again so much just for being a part of my life. I appreciate you. If you could bless us with some words, brother, I'll greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Love you, Thomas. All right. Can't wait for your feature, Artie. so I will be quick. I'm gonna do micro triptych, and then I'm gonna do a short poem. This micro triptych is about well, it's influenced heavily by a treatment that I went through because my depression was so bad. I went through ECT, electroshock therapy. And it's one of those treatments, it's like a medical treatment that messes you up really badly on the way to trying to heal you. So anyways, I've got a micro triptych about that and then a short poem. When my mind is fucked and my wife has to send a perfect stranger to pick me up from riding the lightning, I'm sitting in my wheelie chair, and all I can see are the muscles standing out on this man's arm, and I know it's only a matter of time before I vomit on someone. And that's when I realize that I'm crossing over from the bad place to the good place, because that's what they said would be there on the other side of the lightning. And of course, it's going to burn, because that's what lightning does when it purifies. My bad brain is getting better because that's what it's supposed to do when it rides the lightning. My dentist has taken to sitting by my front door demanding my lunch money. He clangs his twisted instruments together as I walk by, making the wild chittering that comes from those who've spent their lives battling tongues and smelling breaths surrounded by teeth. He tells me my mouth is a violent place, and he won't climb in till the plastic's properly positioned to stop me grinding him to a pulp. I hear the echo of his happy humming while I'm sleeping, with a hose in my nose that snakes round my head down the bed. Every day, they turned me off, put the needle in my hand held by the nurse, who would squeeze right before I left. My body left lifeless, or at least I wasn't there, once the inexorable rush of cold forced its way up my arm, the irresistible hush crushed under anesthesia. My propensity for puffing made me nearly impervious to incapacitation, so they had to turn the velvet hammer up until I buckled, while a nurse held my hand and squeezed every morning when they used to turn me off. And the short poem. Sad King John would like to say hello. Or Sad King John would like to confess. Sad King John would like to explain how he messed it up. Or Sad King John would like to show you the fragments and tell you which elbow did the bumping, and offer to pay generously for the damages. Sad King John would like to stop being so loud, or maybe he's too quiet. Or Sad King John would like to stop saying stupid stuff when he was trying to be nice. What does nice mean anyways? Or Sad King John would like to sing, but he doesn't. Or Sad King John would like to apologize for how few lines he's written and how often he speaks them. Sad King John would like to create something beautiful. Or Sad King John would like to smash it all to bits. Sad King John knows why they left. Sad King John would like to watch the city lights blink and hear the hum of the cars passing by and be still. Or Sad King John would just like to say good night. Thank you.
Thank you. And King John, soon you won't be sad. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Nemo Sum.
Let's go work as always, Nemo, bro. Go work as always, brother.
Here's to sad King John.
All right, so a little change of plans. Karen has to dip out soon, but here at Open Minds is open list. We try to get as many poets in as we can. Karen, if you could bless us with a short
You're
poem
so
before you have to
sweet.
run, I would
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Okay, this is actually, I'm not sure when he died, but either today or yesterday. Abu Yaqub from Hirbawi, Kaffieh factory in Palestine, died. He spent, I think it's opened in 1961, and he spent much of his life weaving and putting together kaffiehs, original, authentic kaffiehs in Palestine, and this is the last factory. Abu Yaqub from Hirbawi, the last kaffieh factory in Palestine, has passed away, leaving a legacy that still lives, creating kaffieh for generations who remember their Palestinian heritage. The kaffieh from Hebron, authentic testimony to Palestine, testimony to Palestinian solidarity, to the homeland of Palestine, the homeland of Abu Yaqub, who found his meaning weaving kaffieh in the Hirbawi factory. Abu Yaqub mourned today at his passing, making kaffieh in Hebron since 1961, at a factory that still exists among the rubble of Palestine, among a people who have much to mourn, as they mourn Abu Yaqub, yet continue to wear their hope, to wear their kaffiehs as a symbol of the past, a symbol of the present, and of the future of their beloved Palestine. And there is one more I could read. This is, I worked a long time with people with Alzheimer's and different kinds of dementia. And they were very beautiful, and I loved the way they spoke sometimes. And this is called Memory in Time. Time, space, place, memory, particles of remembrances, kaleidoscope of moments drawn in trains of thoughts, swirling or distinct, names like alphabet soup, tossed in random dances, trances formed and reformed, faces memorized and forgotten, emotions stretching like wings towards spaces indistinct yet real, imagined arms embracing, racing against time, yet floating in clouds of space, forever moving across skies of ideas, comforting oblivion of blue, drawing questions without answers, replies to time caught in cobwebs, wrapping up our days in wonder, tied in moments of lucidity, packages tossed within our brains, raining beloved remembrances lost in fog of time, space, place. I think as we grow older, we can experience these feelings that are very present in those who are suffering from some kind of dementia. But even growing old, we have these foggy moments and kaleidoscope of remembrances, which I think we appreciate as well as it may be concerning, but it's part of growing older, and we can appreciate those remembrances. So thank you, Thomas, and thank you, all of you.
Thank you. Um, yeah, everybody, do me a favor. Unmute yourselves and give all the love you have for Karen Melander-Magoon.
That was nice. That was real, real good. Actually made me think about my granny. That was real good.
Yes.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
read.
I'm going to hear some of your feature. I have to leave a little early, but I'm really looking, I don't want to miss all of it. So I want to hear you. We're very fortunate to have you here.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this feature. I remember me and Artie was just like, bruh, yeah, you got to come through. And I've been looking forward to this since we first talked, man. So without further ado, Artie is from Baltimore, Maryland. A rapper, poet, host, public speaker, and all around lover of the arts. He's won a whole host of slam poetry competitions on his journey. While using his words to bring others together, he's the creator of Rap is Poetry 410 and a member of the world known Cave Gang music group. Y'all, I'm so excited for tonight. It's a night you don't want to miss. Artie, whenever you're ready, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some word, brother, I greatly appreciate it.
What's up, Brody? How you feeling?
Feeling all right, man. How you feeling tonight?
A little under the weather, but gotta keep
The
going how
show
we
must
go.
go on, but I have no
You
voice. I
know,
got places to be. It's kind of smart, but you know what? These are
yeah,
the magic
keep
moments that bring
moving.
us together. You know what I'm saying?
You
So I
know,
appreciate you, brother.
yeah, all love, bro. You know it's all love. Um, shit. Mm, I don't want to be so yet, so we're not gonna start that. Containing nothing. I mean, not filled or occupied. There is a space inside of me that I am completely sure is supposed to house a heart, like that blood thing that everybody speaks of. Well, I'm still waiting for mine to start. I be feeling like a pit of nothing, a hollow hole that should have hope, but instead the core so corrupted, the pain got sharp. So much I had to cut out all the circulation to avoid darkness from spreading to my sacred parts. I mean, day after day, trying to love and be loved, and finally accepting the thing that I was missing the most was preventing me from me love. I mean, eyes blinded, no light to shine. I needed to be loved. I mean, searching and hurting. It was emotionless sex, blinded by overwhelming orgasms, fucking my pain away, tunnel vision, no love, trying to find out who I can lay with next. To literally leave my pain and let out all my stress. I was capable of making her come over and over again, but nothing after to offer. It was just misery. Maybe a little bit of missionary, but nothing else to come next. I let love slip away so many times, chasing crazy things. I become so vexed, telling myself it was the last time, like every last time. Nope. I stepped back or was trying to move forward and missed a step. It becomes so much I had to change because though it worked, I had to be real with myself like self. This is the lame way to flex. Transferring my demons while trying to find joy, wondering why God made my life seem so complex. I didn't know what to do. So I backed up. I hugged me. I rolled me the fattest blunt I could and told me how cool I was over and over again. I pointed out all the best stuff because don't nobody know me like I know me. I had to take a break to see what it feels like to hold me. How can I create sweet melodies of nothing if I didn't learn how to compose me? Let it be magic, not savage energy, but I couldn't let anything control me. I know. This may seem selfish, but after giving myself away for people for nothing for so long, this time I had to give myself shit. I mean, my mother never told me it wasn't just diseases, but sour people's energy that can make me feel so helpless. How can I fill myself with love and hope with the folks around me if I stay lost? Nah. If I stay off, I am so glad I figured out how important it was that I take some time to help me find me. I mean, because I got some love and gave some hugs, but the serotonins needed to hold me, I had to realize that I was the only one that could hold. I mean, things came, loving me never got to a place that I could say it was just simple. And to be completely honest, don't nobody want to feel empty. That's my stuff. No. All right. Um, this piece is called Alchemy. Um, from the truth, the law of equivalent exchange. To give and get an equal value, that's what the writing said. Play. No one played about this law, and it was never games. And the biggest no-no was you could exchange everything but a human being. Yes, you could exchange everything but things that equal up to a human being. I'm thinking, how could I ever fade that? After 1,000 lives lost, I found something like this. The truth got me fucked up if I can't at least get one thing back. So I breathed. I started a ritual. Circles drawn with no plans but to bring my bro and my ex back. Like, I give the truth a leg and an arm for another. Shit better be cool. I wonder if he'd match that. I've been begging to God for so long. I guess I'm pleading to the truth now. I'm like, truth, I need you. And I don't want you to stress that. Just give me anything and I'm praying. This is all I got. Talking to myself like so. This is my best bet. And then it got silent. Smoke flash. My arm and leg, it was gone. I laid there bleeding. It became violent. All I could do was holler. Then it was more silence. I look around, no brother, no ex. Everything went black. Out came a bloody middle finger pointed with the frame. I'm like, what's that? I told you there was only one law that you couldn't disobey, and you mess around and played. Now I'm stuck. My life, just one arm and one leg, all of my pain running back. And once so often, the truth pops in to remind me, like, hey, even if it wasn't one of those no-nos, the things you lost was it never coming back. Um, okay. I just want to go home, but my sins, they got me lost. I just want to go home, but my wings keep falling off. My granny and my cousin passed within months of each other. My mind is still kind of mangled. Shit ain't easy. I don't care how strong you are, lost bonds, well, they could misconstrue, they could change you. So I try to be stable. But still stuck stupid, falling from every angle. I need a rope to climb out of, but depending on how you tie it, well, that could be how they hang you. I kind of zone out to a surf song. One of my brothers that's still catching gems, things that could change you. He had a couple points. One of them caught me. I think I'm still alive because God only calls his angels. And with all my karma weighing me down, I be thinking like I could only dream to be a fallen angel. 100 funerals in 60 months. So obituaries and who to bury get sold by the same sad salesman thinking that spot, it won't fit you one. Like, nah. You better not wait too long. There's a guy at the hallway yelling those black souls. You better come get you one. And those black killings, I mean, sad tragedy that used to kind of stop time. The news don't even play now. One by one, I see God calling folks. Not a Black Lives shirt on sight. Not a city leader with a cool thing to say now. I look around like, damn. All I see is demons electing demons. I mean, flag swapping more than the gangs on the West Coast when we play round. Like, where's my pastor at? Not even a chance for him to get on the knee and pray now. I mean, pitchforks and burning horns at the polls and rap shows. Ew. They got hella oil. I mean, brainwashed over time, even if you get fixed thinking those Diddy shows ain't fit, that shit was really for you. And just if you think it was the opposite of holy, I had to attain forgiveness because, I mean, all that sympathy wasn't getting to you. Sidebar. I am now and will always be one of y'all. But after not only seeing being a part of the problem on my soul, I am no longer running. I just hope to see it's working and I'm never giving up. Yep. Looks up. I'm kind of stuck. Pain still falling from all the angles. I'm only here still because God, God only calls his angels. With all of my karma weighing me down, I can only hope to be a fallen angel. And I go back, man. I just want to go home because my sins, they got me lost. I just want to go home, but my wings, they're completely broken off. Thank y'all for listening.
Yo, bruh. You got some more for us?
Oh shit, I just started 2 and 3. And what's up to everybody in here? I know
Nah,
that.
man,
What's
you
up,
got.
Brandon? What's up, Malysa? What's up, Escape Artist? And Down and Angel Kim and Nemo. I didn't say nothing to
Oh, I didn't
everybody.
even
Hey,
see Angel
man.
Kim slide in. Hold up. Angel Kim ain't on the list. Hold up, hold up. I'm slacking over here,
Did your
man.
sister start?
I,
Well,
I
hey,
thought
Angel
oh,
Kim.
you have been
Hey.
too, and I forgot to add you on the list. All right, I gotta
And hey,
readjust this.
everybody. Hey, all of y'all. Nice to see you guys.
I think you had showed up before Melissa or after.
It don't matter. Just stick me at the end.
Oh, okay. Well, I want us to be able to hear you too, so I'll put you here somewhere.
Aw.
I'll put you after Principe. Artie, we want some more, brother. Come on, I got a little
All
time
right,
before I gotta hit back to the camp,
I
man.
can shoot another one, bro. It's all
Bet,
good.
bet, bet. Much appreciated. Much love, bro.
Um, this piece is called Again. Uh, hey, this nigga blowing me. Voice start to crack again. Like, boy, fuck poetry. You and your feelings sounding non-solid. Why you being sad on the inside? I see you being whack again. I mean, standing on business but looking and lingering. Where those bars at? You said you got out of that, but you obviously trapped again. Too high, no lie. Wondering why I'm sitting on another app arguing with rap again. He like you should have been healing the harm humans, but self-love is looking like what you lack again. I'm like, what? Rap like I hate when you in that box, claim to be building, but all I see is hidden ops. More things getting thin. Rap like Fox. Are you listening? And I'm like, try. Because all I hear is, when's your next feature? I see you getting extra busy. Most times people being nosy, already competing with you. Then there's angry vibes and dispositions I clearly don't deserve. If you give as much as them as they do them, then they will look at you like this light-skinned brother. And he got a fucking nerve. Be like, Rat, you should calm down. I'm still learning to live. Trying to be honest with myself, I ain't really got nothing to give. I mean, poetry helped save my life. I don't want to be something that drains my life. I mean, dark times unprotected, so also a loss of sight. Like, Rat, you was with me. So if anybody understands why I can't give up now, you should get me. I'm not being soft. How is that? I'm just doing what God said for the city. I mean, I stood on stages, side by side, my sins. surrounded by the sounds of my soul, looking at folks stuck, staring. I stayed strong. I tried to be patient while watching waterfall, then waterfalls. Rap, you was quiet too, stuck in pure infatuation. Then you helped me wipe my cries up. They were red rain. After they went right back up, we both watched them flow, wondering if that was life's evaporations. I mean, confused is the cluster of clouds that I thought was formed from the fog. Nah, it was from the falling. Hey, Rap, you ain't know either. That was a lack of information. But I kept trying. I mean, carefully, how careful and create places for people to live. And I did it with the most patience. Made sure I started from the bottom up. I had to build and start from the groundwork. Did y'all see me? Still working on the foundation. I mean, fearful of what happy really was to the masses. So we happied hella slow. And we waited to find out that people were already watching how we passionately created, creating. Rap like blah, blah, blah. What the fuck you think? I don't care how you made it. Don't let them stages overfade you. Poetry might be what made you up, but I'm where the faith lives. The one who block it, who hold all your hate in. I got quiet, and I'm back here, stuck, thinking about giving up, wondering if I'm even giving enough to things I can't control like rap. I don't think I'm living enough. I'm not sure if this poem is even half right. Yelling to myself like, is rap right? Or did actually rap sit down with poetry? Became one thing, the only thing left that could save my life. I think that's right. That's my piece now. Thank y'all for listening.
God damn.
Dope, dope.
Artie, man. Yo, I love that last piece too, man. I'm so glad that you stuck around for that little encore piece, man. That was dope, bro. Okay, everybody, do me a favor. Unmute yourselves and give all the love in the world for Artie Foxx.
Come on, bro. Yes, 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 yes.
Artie!
Love,
Thanks,
love.
John. It was a great set.
Amazing set.
Oh, dope, man. I love that self-reflection in that last piece too, man. I think as artists, like, um, we just make art. It doesn't matter if it's rap, if it's poetry, if we're painting, if we're whatever it is. Like we create it and we share it. And everyone in this room right here is an artist, and I love every last one of y'all. And thank y'all so much for coming through tonight. And I'm gonna stick around for a little bit longer too, right? I don't have to leave just yet, but like I said, my wife's sitting on the side of the highway right now with a trailer full of weed, and I gotta make sure she's all right. So once I get internet and power out there, I'll be a little more engaged again. So thank y'all so much for kind of sticking through this tough times with open minds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Soon as things gonna be all good. And thank you so much, Artie, for coming through. Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the show. Uh, on deck we got Angel Kim and Nemo as a host. He's gonna take fill in for me for the rest of the night. But stepping up to the plate now, we got Principe Guity Jr., an escape artist. Peace. I see you with your baby. We love you and yours. But yeah, Principe, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, brother, I greatly appreciate it.
I'm sure one poem tonight. And the first poem is called Cosmic Love. I see a love, I see a light of an angel, the cosmic gates that tinkle in her ocular, are the pages in her book. My intuition warns me that there's more beyond her shell of a body. The inner wounds from past relationships that linger like ghosts in haunted houses. I am not her savior, but I offer my love. Melodic words that dance in her ears, This love was a blur at the beginning. There's no ending. Because we are soul twins, made from cosmic fabric, made from cosmic fabric that dwells in us. Even after we are dust, our love had no respite. Our eyes twinkle in each other's eyes. I think getting over the molehill that was a fuss, those inner wounds. Just know this sacred love is not serendipity, but cosmic planning. And I'll read one more.
Yes, please do.
Remembering in a commemoration, people are remembered. A day to honor them. Not everyone deserved that much. Even my classmates, because most I wouldn't connect with at all. In school, I was the outsider because in social environments, I froze my mouth as if playing tag, and I was it. My words slur as I spoke. The words like people stumbled to the ground. What? Because they never. What were we? Wait a minute. I was a strange kid, always looking around. After high school, it was a murder. It was the murder of any chance of despising firm social beliefs. Firm social skills. I remained the same, photographing everything in the foreground, school, YouTube, whatever it was, but never the noise of former classmates, opinions of me in my imagination or assumptions. So I'd rather zoom out because some people don't deserve a commemoration. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Unmute yourselves and give it up for Principe Guity Jr.
Principe. Yeah.
Amazing stuff as always, man. Keep that pen lit on fire. Yo, we got such a wonderful show coming up. I'm gonna introduce this next person, and then I'm gonna try to listen while I pack everything up, and then I gotta run, unfortunately. But Nemo's gonna step up as the host for tonight, and it's still gonna be such a lovely show. There's a bunch of new poets we got in the house, which I'm gonna have to watch the replay, which y'all can check out on YouTube. At Open Minds Open Mic on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching this one because I see some new folks in here that I want to hear. So yeah, once again, thank y'all for being here so much. On deck, we got Malysa who just did a feature too. So when y'all on the YouTube channel, y'all gotta check out that feature because that was shit was amazing. But stepping up to the plate now, we got Angel Kim. Angel, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad everybody's here. Always good to see good people, especially the ones we see on a regular basis. Um, I'll do this one. Let's see. Things I wish I could forget. I wish I could forget the way your hello felt like Sunday morning. Sunlight warm in places I thought would stay cold forever. How your eyes made me feel more alive than day first breath filled my lungs, or how your eyes seemed to search parts of me I didn't know needed saving. How your touch made me feel weightless as if gravity got tired of holding me down when your hands were near. Our first kiss wasn't fireworks. It was hum of a fuse being lit. I just didn't know explosion would be mine to survive. I wish I could forget how you made me laugh, how you pulled joy from my chest with magic I never asked to believe in. And that damn smile, I traced it like constellations on nights I couldn't find my way home. However, promises fell between us, wrapped in tangled sheets, disappearing like morning fog. I wish I could forget our unraveling. Words sharp enough to leave pieces of me behind every time we fought. Lies slick as oil, you spilled them everywhere you could find cracks, staining everything I was trying to hold on to. I can still feel nights when your absence sat beside me, heavier than your presence ever did. In that moment, the one that broke me, woke me when I realized I wasn't the only galaxy you were mapping with your hands. The one knocking me back many moons when I saw I wasn't the only one painting your skies. Because of you, I stopped believing and recognizing the woman in the mirror. She looked like a puzzle with half the pieces missing. The quiet after the storm, louder than any apology ever given. Every I'm sorry felt rehearsed, like you were playing a role you didn't even care to master. I waited for you to change, like winter waits for spring to soften the cold. Hope can be heavier than heartbreak, and I carried it like it was mine to bear. I wish I could forget the way I tried to be enough for someone who didn't know what enough even looked like. You called it love, but I call it control. Disguised in pretty packaging, I stayed longer than I should have, believing love could heal wounds you were still holding the knife, cutting open. And that word forever, it was a fairy tale I told myself because I wasn't ready for the truth. The hardest part, the part that keeps me awake some nights, was seeing myself standing at the door asking for a love I should have been asking and giving myself instead of someone who never deserved it at all. This is a taste of Southern. Thank you.
Come on now, sis. That was good work.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank y'all for listening.
Was that your second piece?
That was my only piece. You want me to do another one?
Y'all, you know the drill.
Oh my goodness, y'all be killing me. All right, I'll give you this one. Miss Mary Mac, your ass is fat, fat, fat. When you been over, we saw your crack, crack, crack. We pushed you down, 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 down to the ground, ground, ground. When you fell over, you shook the town, town, town. Do you know what it's like to be target practice? Punchline wrapped in skin too big to fit someone's jokes, just right for their laughter, circling vultures with eyes sharp, mouth sharper, picking apart your existence with every word spoken. Laughter wasn't joy for me, it was weapon. Blunt object disguised as sound, swinging recklessly, breaking pieces of me they couldn't even see. Playground was never just playground. It was a public execution, like their taunts, nooses tightening around what little confidence I had left in my body. Outlined in chalk and ridicule was crime scene. They didn't call it bullying back then, just kids being kids, but their words didn't hit like playground pebbles. They stuck like bricks hurled at glass bones, leaving shards of me scattered across years spent trying to piece myself back together again. Your ass is fat, fat, fat. Words hitting harder than fists, heavy like cafeteria trays piled high with yesterday's regrets, uneaten yet impossible to throw away, and they knew it. Voices carved me into someone unrecognizable, hollow version of self cracking in all places they found funny. I was their joke. Punchline too big to dodge, too small to matter. Chance still lingering in the back of my mind, ghost I can't seem to shake. And no matter how many times I've washed myself with self-love, stains of their words remained. I remember how pavement kissed skin day after day. not gently, but with sharpness of their laughter, joy rooted in my humiliation. I walked home in silence many days, dragging their words behind, attached like chains, footsteps heavy with shame, and even now I wonder if ground beneath me remembers like I do. If dirt remembers my blood and tears, if it flinches every time it feels my weight touch down. When Miss Mary Mac fell to the ground, they didn't tell you what it felt like to be gravity's unwilling accomplice, to hear world laugh at your descent and wonder if you'd ever rise again. They didn't tell you cracks they mocked were in asphalt beneath me. Instead, were within my soul, within me, splitting open like fault lines no one knew how to repair. Miss Mary Mac ain't never coming back. Because some wounds don't heal, they calcify. Some scars don't fade, they deepen. And when I close my eyes, I can still hear them. I don't know if it's memories or ghosts of who I used to be, whispering, I'm still not enough. Thank you.
Damn. Wow. That was amazing. Everyone, if you'll unmute your mics and let Angel know.
That was good work as always, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Love you, Brody.
All right.
I love you, Angel Kim.
I love you back.
Thank you very much, Angel.
As an aside, I think Angel got like multiple people running accounts for her because she be at all the poetry events. I'm just throwing that one out there.
Hey, Brandon, everything, bro.
Don't tell nobody, Brandon.
That was beautiful. That was fire. Like, that was really good. It's really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. On deck, David, but up now is Malysa.
Good eve. Hi. How are y'all?
Hey.
Big love to the community. Big shout out to Brody. Congratulations to you. Dope piece, Angel Kim. All the pieces have been fire. I can get to one. Okay. Can you guys hear me clearly? Because I have a tendency to not be off mute.
Pretty clear, yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll do this piece in honor of the week before Valentine's Day, I suppose. So I'm single, ready to mingle. A dedicated homebody ready to be somebody, or so I think. I'm about to get fine as these 19 crimes, red wine. Don't believe me, baby, just watch. But don't you dare blink. You see, all week on video with my sisters passing pictures, you know how we do. From the pedigree to the chemistry, we all agreed that you could potentially be my boo. He and I be talking about life's past and future. You know, he got me all sapiosexually wet. So I'm ready to be like his midnight snacking. Yeah. We also talked about what he likes to eat and how he has a fetish where he just hates feet. So let me pack my socks just in case they end up over your face when I come over to your place. Anyway, I just wanna, and just in case he wanna beat it up like karate, I feel like I should wax. My girls say it's simple, so I should relax. But baby, when they hit that first snatch, it had me thinking I was about to have another heart attack. So I was like, pause. It's showtime. Now he's smelling and looking all good like he should. He a diabetic, but he stay eyeing me like I'm a piece of pound cake. And I'm eyeing back like these thighs can oven bake. We back to the crib, and I quickly grab my socks. Tell him come lay in my lap while I stroke that beard, Mr. Silver Fox. I then got cradled into the sofa. I'm all up in the movie, and then I catch a glimpse off to the side of my boy's feet. The voice in my head screamed, Jesus, please. Baby, I thought I was looking at some Yeezys, but they wasn't no slides. This fool feet look like a can of Graham biscuits when you bust them on the side. And now I'm terrified. Because after all that conversation about being meticulous, you mean to tell me your feet look that goddamn ridiculous? So now I'm texting my sister saying, hey, yo, somebody call me and say I have an emergency. I look up at him and say, yeah, I got to get back. My face posed with an Emmy Award acting facial expression of urgency. And at that point, I just didn't give a fuck. When we pulled up, I launched out onto the asphalt, clear past the foot rails on the side of my boy's truck. My body was back in the crib before the wind of my waving by could even disturb the air, and I didn't care. I also think to myself immediately, that's why I stay at home. I knew I was right. Because if this is going to be what the date life is like, then I don't want to have another date night. Poem.
Awesome. Do you have a second one?
Them feet
Sure.
is crazy, huh?
I was not expecting.
Yeah, the feet was kind of bad. The feet was toe up. That's based on a true story. It was kind of bad. Let's see. Let's stay in the theme of. All right. Hey, yo, Cupid. We got beef. You see, you just another hamburglar and you're reeking of old dead meat trying to bring them ex-brittle bones and drop them on my feet. Them whores don't even live here no more. Like that one, that's Chuck. You see, he never gave a fuck. He was from the center spot, but his insides was rough. And when I realized he had been laying up with all types of other sides, I swallowed my pride and shanked him. I guess you could say that's how I got him cut. But right there, that is sirloin. Mm-mm-mm. Baby, we had a thing going on. He was all muscly and to some very hard to digest. That piece used to grind my beef like a taco. El Grande. Ti amo, papi. That's how he had me prepped and tenderized, fiending and festering and leaning on what I thought was a rare and well prepped piece of thick red meat. But angrily. You see, one night we got together for a game, right? Had a few drinks and accidentally confessions started flying. Someone let it slip that his beef tip got left in someone's round rump roast and bottom. Now the party's crashed Teen Bowl style. In other words, I got him. So, like I said, Cupid, I thought I was his rib, but his eye was on another plate. So I said, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And that's when I met the pescatarian. He asked me today to marry him. So I understand why you pointed your poisonous arrows in the direction of my arrows. Espionage, trying to sabotage me finally being happy. I asked him how he got so hooked on me, and he said, because he'd like to eat clean. Yeah, I knew you was coming to be childish when I seen you with that big soot-stained pamper from hell on, you big-ass baby. You see, you no longer exist. You're just a figment of my imagination, a soft cell holding on to that tainted love. But oh well, I gotta go. I have a happily ever after to go tell poem.
All right. Yeah. That was awesome. All right. If
Thank
everyone
you.
can unmute your mics and let her know.
I love the humor that you bring in your pieces on top of the fire that comes with it. It never fails to entertain. Never.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Big love.
Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Next up, we had David, but I do not see David in the participants any longer. So, Big Ash, are you ready to read?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. One time again, one. Is this working? No. Oh. All right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Everybody can hear me? All right, let's go. So I needed the money. I was desperate. Bank account was looking funny, but not really funny because I wasn't laughing. I actually was about to crash out. I was panicking. Chilling at the bar with some friends, asking for a sign. And they said, remember that song we heard that one time? It went like, let's plan a robbery. That's random, but crazy, right? I started thinking this couldn't be my sign. Or maybe it might. Because I need this come up. I never needed money more. And this might be the play I've been really looking for. I said, would y'all really be in? Y'all really want to do this? Because if I don't get this payment, I'm going to be living outside and it's been cold as shit. They said, not for real, me too. But wait, let's think. How do we plan it? I said, how about I go inside and I finesse one of them teller chicks? We can be friends, or maybe more. I'll get her schedule. I'll troll a little and find out the best time for us to slide through. So I go in the bank. There was a very cute, curly-haired black chick. I approach. Hello, ma'am. I'm trying to open an account and I need some help with it. She helps me, and I make her laugh. And I say, can I meet you when you leave here? Because honestly, I'm just having such a great time being in your atmosphere. She was down. She met me later. Her name was Sasha, and she was so smart and so cool. We started vibing so much for a second, I forgot the plan. So my friends hit me up like, wake up, fool. Stick to the script. Stay the course. Stick to the plan. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm starting to feel like I don't know if I can. She's just so pretty, and she makes me feel pretty too. Honestly, I think I'm falling for the girl. What do I do? But, I mean, I'm a YN. I gotta stay loyal to my people and to my need. I can't be selfish. And I'm not the only one that needs for this plan to succeed. So, me and her get kind of serious. She started telling me the tea. I'm trying to be distant because I like her. I know that she really does want to be with me. But maybe after I rob her bank and disappear for some months, things will eventually die down and we can get back in touch. Because to let this connection happen just to let her go is crazy. At this point, living without her is starting to sound a little bit unreal to me. I didn't plan to be here, but I went ahead and I gave the gang my plans. We bought what we needed, our guns and our shiesties, aka our ski masks. And Sasha told me about the lack of security from the bank entrance and back. So we entered that way, and we found our way to the lobby for our attack. I intentionally chose not to engage with her during the process. It was easy to explain to the gang. She might recognize my voice or my mindset. But really, I just couldn't fathom bringing her any pain. And while they was bagging up the money, I heard, gow gow, bang bang. My friend said, fuck, I didn't mean it. She hit the button. Emergency signal, police are on the way. He said, I'm so sorry, fam, but we have to move, quick. Grab the money, there's nothing left to say. I ran out. If I tried to console her, then they would just look me up. And we dated, so they would know me. I left her there to bleed out. And at the same time, I left behind the happiest I would ever be. We made it out. We escaped. And now I'm crazy rich. I got women and men lining up all day to deal with me and all my bullshit. The money's nice. Materialistically, I don't have to want for a thing. But I would trade in the money any day for what Sasha from the bank was able to bring. One desperate moment turned into my biggest mistake. And I really regret I thought that I had to rob that bank. Phone.
That was wonderful. Do you have a second poem that we'd like to share?
And do another one? Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So, why do men think dick is so valuable? They'd be like, pull up. I got this dick for you. I'd be confused. I'd be like, what else? Because for real, I can buy a dick all by myself. They come in any size, any weight, any thickness. Because pulling up with just dick and nothing else is some goofy shit. Are you going to make me feel safe? What else comes with you? Because the dick is not really giving what you thought it was supposed to. I hate to have to tell you, that dick ain't going to be enough for me. And while it may be good in delivery, that's only a temporary happy. Y'all can barely hold a conversation and still be trying to fuck. Same men walking around with absolutely nothing but the ability to possibly provide a nut. And I would also like to say I blame the women too. Ladies, stop letting these men think all they need to provide is dick for you. These be the same men that will take all you can give, including advantage. Same men who don't know what to do and be relying on you to handle shit. They was born with that. They didn't even earn it. And they be lasting 2 minutes acting like they killing shit. Real women are smart and adaptive as fuck. And we will stroke your ego, even if that means faking a nut. But after that nut and they sitting there bragging on shit, we be annoyed as fuck. Like, what did I even get? And in their head, they saying, yeah, I really took down that bitch. Lying and telling their friends she about to be stalking me about the dick. And then we annoyed. And they walking around like big dog. And we be knowing the only thing they came with wasn't satisfying at all. Or wasn't satisfying enough. Don't get me wrong. Some dick does be fire. But dick is temporary. Fucking my mind is really what I desire. So for real, if dick is all you're showing up with, bro, I'm gonna have to call you when I just need some dick. Boom.
Hell yeah. Everybody unmute and let her know.
That was
phenomenal.
as usually Ashley. I love her always story. It's always funny but real at the same time.
Thank you, gang.
That's some shit to come into the room on.
Okay, turn up then. I'll put my Instagram plug in the chat, so everybody follow me, please.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you. That was Big Ash. On deck is Brandon Leake, but up now is Paper Doll, are you ready?
Hi. Let me get myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me turn my camera on. Hi. It's a pleasure
Hi,
to meet
welcome. Is this your first time at Open Minds?
you. In this space, yes. I'm here to
Awesome.
support. Yeah.
Well, I have not been doing this, so forgive me, those of you who have come before. This is your first time, but welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic. If everybody will unmute your mics and please give Brown Paper Doll an Open Minds, Open Mic welcome.
Yay. Hi, I know a lot of these people. Hey everybody, it's a pleasure. I'm not feeling super great, but I did want to pull up to support Artie and my Rapist Poetry family. You know who you are. So I just found, hi Khalik. I just found a poem in my phone that I'm gonna read to you all for the first time. Okay. I was too young to understand the role, and now we rolling. Student driver posted, 18 years old. You know you're not supposed to just drive through those open parking spaces, don't you? Infant car seat, in the back seat, talk about a teachable moment. You know you could cause an accident like that, don't you? No accident. I own her. My mama like, girl, do you even know where you're going? Nope, I don't. And so, because now we rolling. And despite everything that man had to say, he still gave me my license anyway. I still can't park without at least 2 open space, but he saw a teenage mother and figured she's got enough on her plate. There's enough standing in her way. And he was right, so now we rolling. You said, Mommy, I see Dora, and I said, okay, baby, I see door open. Daddy was better at ghosting, in and out of jail going, showing up at the exact moment I'd get my shit together. I want my family. I wanted to avoid being another statistic, like at least I'm still with the guy that my kids with. I knew then and I know now. Love don't feel like that. It don't feel like terrified toddler eyes under table and deciding against the unstable. I'm grateful because nothing else would have made me feel able. And now we rolling. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sitting with me through that.
That was wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Do you have a second piece?
Yeah, I could do a second piece.
Please do.
I'm struggling. I think I have to move my head in the opposite direction of the way I want to move it. There we go. Okay. um I'll do just for me. Just for me. Them European beauty standards wasn't just for me, but it felt like it, and I didn't fit in. Curly hair always betraying the true African bloodline within. And while my mama always led with, we blacker than our skin. There's back doors your granddaddy had to go through for me to proudly step in. The front. It was the front. And I was raised to be militant. Never let them white people tell you shit. But truly wearing black pride does not mean saying things like, make sure you pinch that baby's nose to keep it from getting too wide. It's always been a form of apartheid. A separation she couldn't see while still inside. A caste system she fed with a delusional pride. But it wasn't just for her. It was for everybody. And my sisters standing beside me. And my cousin Rika, who later described to me, nobody believed we were blood. And I replayed the look on her face each time someone complimented me on how not black I was. And by default, called her hair rough. Made her feel not enough. Took her years to learn her curl pattern, and through that, self-love. I walked a parallel path. The irony of my sister literally ironing my hair would almost make me laugh if it wasn't so sad. And the crazy part is, it would never last. One step outside was looking like buckwheat in the front, Beyonce in the back. And I hated that. Always said, you talk white, you think you cute, you think that you can pass. My response was always curly hair, don't care, kiss my ass. But I couldn't shake the feeling, the shadow they cast. Look at the blame they gave me. To understand the shame that plagued me and the way I had to learn that people would hate me, berate me, damn near excommunicate me, all because they couldn't relate to me. And I learned I had earned it for being birthed with something closer to what white people said was worth it. That represents its own burden. But I know that's not just for me. If there's a spectrum and I'm in the middle, I can only imagine what the farther side would mean, what the darker side would mean. Coarser hair always showing, no room to hide in ethnic ambiguity. I know that's why they're wary of me. And so I move with humility for my daughter with the truth in her poof that shows our ancestry. That's Black pride to me. Maybe that's what justice means, righting those wrongs through history, starting with my family. And I hope that's not just for me. Tenderheaded poem. Thank y'all. You can find me on IG at Brown Paper Doll Poetry. And I appreciate it.
Wow, that was wonderful. Thank you. Everybody unmute and let her know.
That was fire, Queen.
I appreciate that. I am trying so hard to turn this camera off, and it's not. It's not what is happening.
Zoom can be very uncooperative, can't it?
Yes, I'm like I've spent an excessive period of time trying to figure out how to update the profile photo, but I'm long-winded, so let's not make it about me. I'll figure it out. I appreciate the space. Thank you deeply for your patience.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, on deck, Layla, but up now, Brandon, Leak or Leaky? What's the correct pronunciation there? Oh, looks like they may be coming back in the room. Brandon, welcome back.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. You are up. Perfect timing.
Awesome. I was driving and I didn't want to like do the whole illegal thing, and like start unmuting and all the jazz. But I wanted to give a shout out to the last three poets who went, from both like very interpersonal pieces to, some like light comedic humor to them. Like that was a great variety of poem, to be shared. And you guys are all awesome. Thank you guys for being willing to share your hearts and your artwork with us.
Absolutely. Well said. Would you like to share some of your work?
Yeah, I'm only gonna share one, and then I'm about to hop up out of here because I'm going to Disney on Ice with my kids.
That's awesome.
This is a poem called Doubt's Parade. Yeah, it's quite a bit different than the normal work that if people hear from me are accustomed to. But yeah, here we go. I've got Yes, Lord, I've got doubts. 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 Yo, who is you, B? Don't mind me, brother. I ain't trying to be a bother, but it do bother me how you speak of a loving God that you actively run from. But we'll get to him later. Let's talk about you. See, pride its way into your mind, meaning the annoyance of your self-importance, of your confidence, an orphan, a bastard child, just like you, a grown man still looking for his daddy. Mama probably should have went with plan B. Anyways, let's stay on you. And that giant facade of an ego that you couldn't thread through the eye of a needle, but you swore you would stitch up those loose ends? Brother, I don't think so. Peep your jeans, the fiber of your being coming undone at the seams. Oh, sorry. Am I making a scene or am I making you seen? And before the rest of y'all swear that I'm so obscene, I know the dirt in which is mine work. A deeply seated facade, them roots is a mirage. But yo, be honest with me. I just can't see why you don't hang up that false humility. Show the world your true identity. A frail man clinging to dreams of grandeur. Wanted to be the familial savior. Now hold up, brother. You got too much dip on your chip. This Messiah complex got you whipped. There's no thorny crown to claim here. Your mind just splintered. And I think I nailed your issues down to a T. How you be comparing his holy hands to your tattered soul. And just because they both got holes don't mean they equal. Now hold up, Brandon. Let's keep it a stack. Do you think these people would still clap if they knew that you used to carry homophobia like a backpack? Holy scriptures of grace and forgiveness couldn't reach them, so why not just grab the Bible and beat them straight into submission? Who cares if they know Jesus as long as they claim to be Christian? This ain't about a relationship. Nah, brother, it's religion, let's be honest. It's about your comfortability, deeply desiring everyone submit to yo guys. And oh, guys, it's all just a hateful disguise. Just look him in the eyes, you can tell if he lies. Is any part of you real, Brandon? Now let's talk about God. I don't want to see you preach of God's forgiveness when you ain't even forgiving yourself for how your best friend's story ended. Your guilt helped to thicken the plot. Hell, you wasn't even there digging this plot. You think I forgot how he was the first one to pick up the quill, yet he'll still get the raw end of the deal? Is any part of you real? Come clean. Yeah, Brandon, just come clean. Let us see the real you. Because that mask you masquerade left you DOA. Yes, you DIE. Can't you SCE that I won't let you BEE buzzing around till you go BYE? Don't take it personal. I just personally know the persona behind the person behind the persona that you personify. So why LIE? Look me in my EYE. You can't do you, but I'll for damn sure do ME. ME, 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 MD, MD, MD. Empty. I'll leave you empty. But hey, Brandon, don't you believe that the stone was rolled away? So if your life is a grave for the freedom he gave, you shouldn't mind being empty at the end of the day. Welcome to Doubt's Parade. Take a seat.
Wow. 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 Please, everyone, unmute, make some noise for Brandon.
It's definitely different from what we normally hear from you. But I absolutely loved it. Oh my gosh. Whew, yeah. Amazing as always.
I appreciate the love, y'all. Oh, were you saying something, Brown Paper Doll?
Hi, Brandon. I hope you're well. I think that was I honestly think you're one of those people that lives with an incredible amount of self-awareness that might drive you crazy. But I really love that piece. I really love that piece. We had a conversation um back when I had, Artie and I had opened for you that time, and I always had gotten the sense that there was someone or something that you weren't comfortable, a part of yourself that you weren't comfortable sharing yet. You know what I mean? And I just think that I think it's amazing, and I think it's incredible honesty and self-acceptance, and hopefully, we're both on the path to self-transcendence, because that's the next level. But I really, really like that piece, because it's the only way to guide people, is to be honest about what it used to look like, and not, I was thinking the whole time, and I'm going to be quiet after this, but there's this quote, which I could never be a saint, but I could be a martyr if you killed me real quick. I love that.
Yo, I appreciate the love and support sincerely. That poem will actually be on my next album. Uh, you'll find out about that later if you follow me. But thank you for the platform. I appreciate you guys for hosting something like this. Already sent me a text with a link, and I was like, oh man, I got a few minutes before I dip on out, so I figured I'd slide through. And thank you, as stated, for opening up a space for artists to be able to come share from the
Oh,
comfort of their homes or cars.
yeah. Absolutely. Thank you for coming through and sharing. I am not typically hosting Open Minds Open Mic, but this is a place we welcome everybody. So thank you for coming through tonight. So on deck is Mr. Witz, but up now is it Layla or Lala?
Lala.
Lala.
Thank you, baby. It's Lala.
Lala. All right, welcome. Thank you.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yep, I
It's
can hear
me.
you.
Okay. All right, I have my earbud in, so if it gets messed up, just let me know. Okay. Um, it was never my intent to hurt you. And before you say anything, I want you to understand that I had a breakthrough. You'll never understand the amount of shit that I had to go through, but I really did mean it when I told you that I loved you. I know, I know, I know, I know. How can I, how can I love you and then go out and fuck the next bitch? But it was more than just an itch, more like a scratch I had to itch. It was even unavoidable, like a crackhead with a twitch. I love you, girl. I ain't love those other hoes. I mean, think about it. You're still here, but the identities I would never disclose. They weren't easy fuck, just someone quick to dispose. I mean, I had a reputation to uphold. But if you think about it, you were the only one that could fit every other part of me, hence why I proposed. I never thought about the what ifs, how my infidelities would be the root cause of my conflicts. All I knew was to shower with you with gifts, but what I didn't know was to treat you right. I had a history I needed to fix. See, I never dealt with my own childhood traumas. And until you came along, I never knew how much I hated women because I couldn't deal with my own mother's drama. Like, how was it that the woman that touched me the most was my own damn mama? And the only time life was right, it paused, like a sentence with a comma. Like, isn't she supposed to teach me what a woman is? Or the ways in which a man should be chivalrous? But I had to get caught up in her sinfulness. So in my mind, she forced me into an understanding in which I became unambiguous. But I know what you're going to say. None of this is a reason for me to act this way, or I should have been man enough to know to keep my dick at bay, but I really can't allow you to just walk away. See, everyone wants to hold me to monogamy. But before it was never a promise, only a shoulder shrug and a probably. My pops told me not to care about the quality, only the quantity, telling me a man ain't meant to have only one, then taught me his philosophy. He said, son, a man a man ain't meant to have only one. He said, these girls are only good to cook, clean, and suck your shit. Let them know who's boss. And remember, they're the ones that submit. And they can only see you when you allow the time to permit. So it was the wrong that I conformed to. My mom violated me while my dad was out finding the next bitch to pursue. So me to treat a woman right, it was hard for me to construe, but I'm down on my knees begging you for a redo. I remember that day. The way the tears streamed down your face as you walked away. How you cut me off and didn't want to hear what I had to say. Told me to save my apology for the next bitch on a different day. Would you believe that I ain't touched another woman since? Or the fact that I gave myself to God and allowed the sins to come in? Or how I reeled in the arguments because the audacity of me to be on the fence? Or how I put the work in for me to make you not so tense? Enough. No, just let me finish. Enough. Do you not understand how much I loved you? Or the fact that there was nothing in this world that I wouldn't do. To this day, my dumb ass is standing here looking you in your face, and to think there's still an inkling of me that wants you to respect my place. You think you're the only one whose childhood was violated? You don't know how many times as a child I was isolated. Like how many times I was told that it was my fault and I just wanted to be vindicated. Meanwhile, I'm peppered with kisses while getting good girls as just being totally annihilated. My mother never wanted to hear what I had to say. My screams were drowned out long as the paper kept coming her way. Trust was something a fucker couldn't even earn, but to one day be loved by someone was a feeling I often yearned. Then here you come, manipulating me in ways I never thought possible. And falling in love with you was the only feeling that felt plausible. I couldn't stay away from you. You became irresistible, but to learn the way to disregard my trust is volatile. You were my you were my day's joy and my night's content. You were the peace I found in me, my angel heaven sent. Not knowing what I was doing wrong and asking God for my sins to repent, or how many times I chose to be passive to avoid all course of an argument. You got me good. Yep. You had set the foundation for me to finally feel safe. Never would I thought that you'd choose to be a disgrace. I mean, all you had to do was keep things real. I mean, I sat up here and treated you like royalty. And out of all the things you never had to question my loyalty. You had a choice to make. And you choosing to do me wrong would be your greatest mistake. And out of all the things that you chose, it was losing me that you decided to do. It was never your intent to hurt me. Well, it was never my intent to hate you. Peace. Mm. That's that one.
Wow. Do you have a second piece that you'd like to share?
Sure. I just wrote this one, so I'm gonna try it out on y'all. um, I've been writing these poems, but somehow my mind couldn't correlate to how I've been writing these until it finally clicked that I haven't been writing these poems. They've been writing me, telling me, here, write about what you go through so we can leave it in history. But little did I know I was also telling his story. I mean, her story. I mean, mine. See, I didn't write poems. They just poured into me like an outreach program. And I reached out and it touched me back. Who words were spoken into me. So I spoke in words back. And ultimately, these words had a little flowetry. So we decided to call it poetry. I mean, see now you could call me ambidextrous, I guess, because the only time I write is when my life decides to go left, popping up in my mind, tearing apart my stress like an unwanted guest, leaving my destruction splattered across parchment with 5 new poems and 5 different compartments, and the ink inside the pen is denying any involvement. Meanwhile, the words are staring up at me, are all in agreement that this was all a part of my heart's endorsement. So, so you want me to claim guilty to murder in the first degree, that these poems were able to ID me when I don't even know my own identity, but guilty is the only plea, that these poems I've been writing are all a part of me. No. I think who you really want to arrest is Shadow, because that's the one who's implicating me like an out of body experience. I just stepped into Shadow and it took control of me. See, these poems aren't mine, they're Shadow's work, because it was a healing stage. Call it shadow work. See, I got blood-stained tears across these pages. My heart bled out through those leaky faucets, and they refused to dry no matter how many times I locked its cages, trying to find refuge from these onlookers' gauges as they witnessed glimpses of my crime scene turn stages. See, I robbed these pages of any white space they had left, battered these words into metaphors that they weren't meant for. I vandalized these lines like coke. I had a bag for them, sold them off the top hotline. I had a fresh line for them. I raped these books of any blank space they had left, penetrated these books with riddled notes, filled it with life like it pumped me with fresh breath. So now I'm the judge, the jury, and the executioner. I got a private meeting with Shadow so we can figure out what to do with her. I've been writing these poems so she can live the truth in her. You know what? Just fuck it. Plead insanity because she's still thinking that there's 2 of us. Peace.
Wow. Please, everybody unmute. Make some noise for Lala. That was awesome. Guys. Wow.
Thank you.
That's my little sister right there. I love that girl. I love that girl.
Listen, that first piece, the duality in that piece, and the voice that you could give both sides. Whew. Yeah, we got some talking to do, but phenomenal, freaking phenomenal. Yeah, I love you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So I guess I would say on deck, Artie, if you would like to close us out, but before that, we've got if it's not inappropriate for me to say a birthday poet, Mr. Witz, would you like to share a couple pieces with us?
What's up, fool?
Hey,
yeah,
Foo.
I'll share something. I got something that I'm working on, but it's not finished, so I'll come back to that.
Hey, happy birthday, man. I had to tell you to in person, man. Happy born day. Another when I see you out there having
Thank
that
you,
time of
brother.
your life, man. I said, keep
Thank
enjoying
you.
it. As long as you live that, bro, you're gonna be young forever, bro.
Say that, King. Say that, man. I've definitely been tapping into some things lately that's been keeping a brother lifted. My kids tickled the shit out of me today because I told my oldest son that I was 49 years old, right? He was like, Dad, I thought you was 30 something. I was like, Your dad just looked good for his age, son. I take care of myself. And if you take care of yourself, you'll look even better when you reach this age, right? So he said, well, I just got one question for you. Was they sketching words on tablet on stones when you was in school? And I said, "Oh shit, you being
Hey,
disrespectful right now." Look,
yo!
I said, "Look, son, your grandmother wasn't even dealing with that type of stuff, right?" So he said, "Well, I'm pretty sure grandma rode a T-Rex before." So yeah, my oldest son is very disrespectful right now, and I'm gonna have to check his chin. Yeah, he violated hard today, but it felt good to, know that, my son has a beautiful sense of humor and he thinks for himself. You know what I mean?
Oh, I totally hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny though, man. I was at work when he hit me with that too. So he definitely tapped in on something. But right now I'm just chilling out, drinking a little douce. I'm supposed to be checking in on my brother, doing a set real quick. But I was sad that I missed you, Artie. I was like, damn, I needed to tap in a little bit earlier, but at least I'll be able to catch you on the finale, right?
Yeah, man, it's all good, bro. You know that shit ain't nothing. It's all good. I just love when I look up and motherfuckers is even in here, bro. So I ain't never tripping off that, bro. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be here to hear you, you know what I'm saying? And definitely support the room. So
Hey,
shout
bro,
out to this space
I
and
saved my I
everything.
only wrote one new joint, and that's the one I'm about to share next. So you ain't missed nothing. You ain't here, bro.
Every time you express it, it's new, bro. Know that. Every time you express it, it's a different energy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold up y'all too much though. I'm gonna just jump in real quick. This piece is entitled "A Tree That Would Answer." I did this on a recent feature that I did in California. Slavery has been abolished. Forget about it. Get over it, they said. Well, what of the memories of the dead? Who will tell their story? I heard the roots of a tree had all the answers. Makes sense to why they're cutting them down. They say the truth dies with those who dare to whisper. Yet trees live longer than any other life form known to man. They say tree ring wisdom can predict climate change. So I'm pretty sure they can tell me how many clan it took to hang a nigga. When I first set out to make the connection, I had to pass over a city of tree stump, a community of quieted message keepers, kept silent as their rights. I remember I was lost in a forest, looking for a tree I could talk to. I wrote down all the important questions I would say if I ever found one. It started with a joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Tree leaves. Tree leaves who? Tree leaves hanging black man to scarecrow away back into Jim Law. Can you tell me how that happens? Knock, knock. Who's there? Tree branch. Tree branch who? Tree branches in law still lynching black people. Knock, knock. Who's there? A tree bark. A tree bark who? Is a tree bark louder than its bite? Because I got questions. Like what you know about me. What you know about my ancestors' suffering. So I walked through a forest, looking for the elders amongst the trees, hugging the waist of the tallest in sky. I don't usually drop by anyone unexpected, but knock, knock, looking for a tree who could answer. Knock, knock. Would you cut down my roots from your branches? I was sure the tree chime of a dangling black man was a sign of someone's home. Maybe I'll try the next tree house over. Maybe its bite big as its bark. I took my shoes off, walked barefoot in the soil, looking to make a better connection. searching to find a lead to my questions. Are they too high to hear or care about down here? Am I greeting you at ankle? Is my bow at your feet unworthy of a response? Tell me if the blood spill of my people and the return of their vessels enriched in the soil. I heard the roots of a tree had all the answers. I'm still looking for one to respond. Knock, knock. Who's there? If a tree falls in a forest, does its story die with its roots? Peace.
Damn, foo. I've had an opportunity now to hear that piece a few times, and it gets stronger every time. It's an
Thank you,
incredible
bro.
piece.
Thank you, fool. I appreciate you.
Do you have a second?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. This second one I wrote for my family. I have a couple of people in my I have a sister, a cousin, and a brother who is all dealing with this same situation within their children. And sometimes when God give you a message, it comes through you, but it's for someone else. And I just hope that when I put this together, that it would speak volumes. And when I gave it to them, I gave it to each one of them before I ever read it out loud, and they all called me back crying, telling me that I pretty much said everything that they wanted to say, but couldn't put into words. So praise be to the Most High for letting me be the instrument. And I hope y'all receive this with that same um, encouragement. This piece is entitled Special Needs. I used to think I had it all, soaring too high to ever fall, but all I have left out is still due to me. And what we don't heed into usually frowns on our face. Those crashes can be devastating, descending at that height. When you think you got it going on, nothing can usually go wrong. However, when you live life like you're sprinting a race, God will make a way to slow you down, a way to save you from yourself, a preservation method that, if taken out of pretense, could be looked at as a mistake. But God don't make mistakes of us. He only makes examples. As much as we may pray for a change, what he does is on purpose. Only man can misinterpret what is meant to be by what is presented. And our mere presence is a gift, a blessing to be grateful for. While many times we found reason to view it as a curse, a punishment for not having all we wanted. But what the Most High has in store for you cannot be acquired with purchase. Ever wonder how things can go so well, then all of a sudden be all out of whack? When you've overlooked his grace and favor within your unprayed hands, what feels good to you ain't always good for you. But give it time, and God will teach you how to be grateful for what you have when it's all taken away. You could be born with a near perfect appearance and given a child requiring special needs, and you wonder how someone with all their functioning parts could procreate deficiency. All your eyes could do at first is close themselves off to the world But eventually, you will open up and see the universe you live in, the importance of what was given to you to fix your heart and adjust your speed. Someone in need of attention and affection can give your life new meaning. I used to think I had it all: cars, TVs, jewelry, too focused on what I wanted to see what I actually need. So God gave me a seed, a child that would require more of me than an average child. At first, I was in denial. Then I was hurt to see him in a condition where he couldn't express himself. I cried and I cried. I blamed the system. Then I tried harder, working with him diligently to prove to myself he didn't have autism. He wasn't going to be one that couldn't experience the beauty or what it feels like to be loved. So I cooked for him, fed him his food, showed him how to hold his spoon. I bathed him, brushed his teeth, kept his hair neat, and dressed him nicely. And together, we learned how to sign. Since language wasn't his strength, funny thing is, he taught me what my love language is. He took care of me better than I have of myself in my previous years. I never knew I had the patience. I may never have slowed down to find out, running through life like a madman before now, paying on flight equipment that never got me quite off the ground. He showed me how to fly. I never knew how God winged him. I came to realize he didn't need me. I needed him. Apparently, I was the one who had special needs.
Wow. Oh, Mr. Woods, I need to hear that every time you read that. Every
And
time you read that, I need to hear
that's
that.
not what I thought it was going to be about. It's so crazy. I'm listening, and I don't know what I thought the poem was going to be about from the title after how you started it, but that was a good ass poem, bro. I think that's one of them everybody need to hear. It's crazy how often we look into ourselves for that. It's always most of the time we looking at other people. I think that's the first time I think I've ever heard someone input while looking in themselves, bro. That was such a good piece, bro. Like that might be one of my favorite pieces from you. Like that fast. Like
Thank you, King. Thank you both.
Oh, yeah.
nah, thank you for sharing, bro. That joint was needed for sure. It's crazy because I'm looking. It's only like me, you, and Nemo in here. So it's like
Right.
certain times. It's like I was just talking about this the other day. It don't matter how many people around. Sometimes when I just need to hear shit, I just need to hear it. Like I don't care if it's just me and you. Like
Yeah.
Right.
sometimes when I
Right.
need to hear something, I need to hear it. And like I think social media has spoiled people. Like when they come into certain spaces and it's not crowded or not the people they want, they don't give themselves or they don't still read the poem. It's like, oh, I thought it was going to be this person, or I thought I'd be able to, get this many people to hear me. And it's like, nah, I don't care about that. I just want to hear what I
Yeah.
need to hear. Period.
And what I said, I meant very literally. I really do. Every time I hear that piece, I need to hear that piece. It's so powerful. It's so emotionally impactful that
And
it's
thank you both.
it's relevant every time I hear it. So Thank you.
Nah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, it
That was one of
melted me
those.
when I
I don't need to close the room, bro. That we can end it on that. That was one of them for me, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
when I
needed to
wrote
hear.
that
It's
piece.
crazy. I'm
It
sitting in
melted
here
me,
like, man.
man. You know, it crushed me to find those words. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was one. You know how sometimes you write a piece and it just all comes out at once.
Right.
That's kind
Yeah.
of how that one happened. And yeah, when I completed it,
Hey, bro, how long did it take you to write it, if you don't mind me asking?
it wasn't a long write, bro. It really wasn't, but it was what was on my
Okay.
heart, and God gave
Right,
me the
right,
right
right.
words at the time. So, I mean, that wasn't even a poem that I edited and went back and had to fix. It just laid
Oh, that's
just the way
just
that
it.
I delivered it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hey, bro, that's magic, bro. Like I only get one of them probably every 3 to 4 months. Like one that comes, maybe not even that often, bro. That just come out and it's already good. Yeah, that's a good job, bro.
Thank you, thank you. Like I said in the beginning, I'm just glad that he chose me to utilize that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the people that I've shared it with, I know needed it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
um, when those
Yeah.
when those calls came back, because it wasn't a phone call, it was a text message, and I just shot them the poem. And
Oh,
they called me back. I got three simultaneous phone calls, and each one of them was in tears. You know what I
dang.
mean?
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So when I visit it, it puts me in an emotional space because I know what it means to them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
The combo. It ain't just one person feelings. It was everybody shit in that one.
Yeah.
Nah, that's yeah. I knew
Powerful.
it's crazy you can feel so much in it, bro. Like I felt so much while you was reading that I'm just sitting over here like, damn, that was a good job, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Normally when I read that, I'm already in tears, man. I'm,
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay, I got
yeah.
you.
So it's one
Yeah.
of those. It's definitely one of those.
I'm glad you decided to share that, John, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
If
Me
it's that
too.
heavy for
Thank you for
you,
sharing that.
thank you so much for sharing that, bro.
Especially it's your birthday,
Right, like
right?
you feel
You
me?
could
All the reasons
be
that you think
you
somebody
could be
wouldn't
out
share that.
whooping it up, right? And you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no accidents,
I'm
man. God
glad
put
you're
us where we
here.
supposed to be. It's just,
Nah, that's
you
a
know,
fact.
whether we sit silent in the shadows or we play his music. Like this is God's music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Nah, that's a fact, bro. Couldn't have said it
Oh
no
hell
better
yeah.
myself,
No,
bro.
I'm really happy to spend some time with you tonight on your birthday.
Nah, for real. I'm
Thank
so
you,
Really
glad
brother.
you
cool.
Thank
came
you.
in, bro.
That's what's
Everything
up.
happened for a reason. Real
Yeah,
shit.
I hate that I'm late, but I enjoy what I heard.
Nah, I'm glad you got. I needed that, bro. I can't even lie. Out of everything that happened, I'm glad you came. It's crazy. That's how it goes sometimes. I mean,
Indeed, brother. Indeed. But
Yeah.
I love you both, man. You know,
nah,
Artie, you
it's
gonna
the
give us
same,
something
bro.
before we leave?
I mean, I can, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
I'm
yeah, no,
satisfied, but I
please
can.
do. Please do.
I'm very satisfied.
I gotta hear you tonight, brother. I came in here
Yeah.
specifically for that. So
Nah, I got you.
if
No
you
problem,
Yeah,
please,
man.
no, please,
if
Artie.
you
Hell yeah,
please.
bro. For sure, bro. You know it. You know it. All right. Let's go. Um, Sometimes my mind's on rewind, so as I walk and talk, I feel I'm stuck in time. Like sometimes my mind's on rewind, so as I walk and talk, I feel I'm stuck in time. Fuck. How did I end up back here again? Why are my walls all crimson red? I mean, I check my hands like, wait, that red spitting all over my head and skin. These long halls are no longer echoed. I'm not even sure why God let me back in. Where will my next step go? Then it's tick tock. The only thing is, that was never a clock. My aroma and aura controls the time within. And those echoes I heard, they ain't even me. They kind of like my kin. Folks, that is. Wait, how are they even here? In my mind? They with me? Trapped and scared? I think this labyrinth is what happened. Like, how the hell did it happen again? Why is people even trying to get in here? To be honest, I kind of feel like I've been on kill time. My soul's steady. I'm feeling all kind of hate. I mean, still up in the box. It ain't my style to just sit around and just wait in pace. But it built up in pain. I'm still fighting. It's a volatile rain. How the fuck can I battle Alzheimer's? Like screaming to my granny, like, I don't know how to retaliate. She don't understand, and I ain't understand. Wait, Father, why did I find this place? Because here, I just be picking mad. As soon as I hop out of bed, that war, I can't win. But I keep plotting and literally jotting ways to avoid all the things I've been sitting with my soul. Like, I don't want to go here again. Because it smiles and joys from my face and my body. But inside, I want to go off, guns blazing. That pain that's inside, I want to crowd a lobby and shoot everybody waving. A surf wave, it warms more like a surf wave. It crash and kind of kill everybody. Why am I thinking violently? Figured out those doors, they were crazy blocked. Exits eliminated, all the holes filled, windows and floors get locked. Not really sure how this one gonna go. Look at myself like, you know it's true. You mad as fuck inside because you still got some healing to do. God whispers, sometimes you sit back to move forward, my son. Like sometimes you sit back to move forward, my son. So I bow like my old piece, because I know I still got some kneeling to do. Wait, was not writing on ways. Gotta admit it. I just got some more healing to do. My piece. Thank God for
Facts, bro.
Your
We all agree, man.
finishes are so master. The way you hit the endings is like a hammer. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Nemo. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it.
Artie, was that one of the pieces you wrote for your grandma?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I know how close that connection was, because you spoke on it on quite a few occasions, and I know how hard that hit you. Um,
Nah, for sure.
yeah, yeah, and,
And I'll be trying to make it, because it comes to a point where I don't want to keep being sad, like it's other emotions that lie there. So for me, it's continuing to write and remember her, but not let every piece take me down the same road. You feel me? And remember that there are multiple roads that I can take, but I got to make sure that I stare myself down them and not expect other people to take me there. You feel me?
facts. The biggest thing that I got from that is something that resides in us all. We all have healing to do, you know, and the first step of that is the acceptance, right? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
recognize before you can even start to heal, you know. And it's not easy letting go, you know what I'm saying? And and that's just a physical thing because spiritually, mentally, they're still here. You know what I'm saying? You never forget somebody that impacts your life in that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's something that's it's human. It's very human of you, brother, to write that piece. You know what I'm saying? I got a piece for not to take nothing away from that hurt, but my nephew that died to gun violence was such a genius, and he left this world before I felt he did what he was supposed to do, but at the same time he did exactly what God had set for him to do. So it's hard letting go, and I still letting go of that physical. You know what I'm saying? And just when I visit um, those thoughts of him and just what it could be today. You know what I'm saying? Um, It gives me strength to continue to fight, to do God's work, to be loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. You're doing a great job, Artie. Know that. You know what I'm saying? I see you all over the place, bro, and I'm excited for you. Um, there's so much ahead of you still, you know. So just keep shining and know that everything that you do is homaging everything that was instilled in you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna close it out.
Indeed.
Much love, Nemo. Thank you for hope. I'm stepping in as host. I know he had a lot of going on. So, man, love to both of y'all brothers. Happy birthday again, Whisper.
Thank you, brother. Yes, sir.
No, Artie, it was awesome. Great feature, great set. I thought,
And I can catch it on the playback.
yeah.
Yeah, I
There
can
you
catch
go.
it on the playback.
There you go.
All
right.
Well, thank you,
Good
fool.
night.
You know I love you, man.
All right. Love you too. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Good night.
Peace.